Welcome to the Perrysburg Podcast, episode 63. I am your host and Perrysburg resident, Kim Newlove. This is an informational podcast for prospective, new, and current Perrysburg, Ohio residents. We talk about what's in Perrysburg and why people like to live here. It is October of 2024 as I record this, and the town center at Levis Commons is celebrating their 20th anniversary this month. Hard to believe. I grew up in Pemberville, and I remember when Levis Commons used to be a field. It sure has changed. Now, in honor of that milestone, the 20th anniversary of the town center at Levis Commons, Emma Skaggs, who is the marketing assistant for the town center at Levis Commons, is on the show to talk about the 20th anniversary celebration activities and prizes, as well as what's next for the town center at Levis Commons. Without further ado, here's my conversation with Emma Skaggs. Hi, Emma. Welcome to the Perrysburg Podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Emma, I understand you work here at Levis Commons. Can you tell me, what do you do here?
Yes, absolutely. I am the marketing assistant for the town center at Levis Commons. We have a whole management office that a lot of people don't know about, but we are actually located right above Starbucks. We were just talking about how there's this whole other world of offices above the stores that you walk past every day when you're here. So the management office includes, we have a facility manager, my position, the marketing assistant. We have the general manager. We just have five of us that kind of run all the behind the scenes that you see around here. So I've been here since last July, and it's just a lot of fun to see this world that I didn't even know existed. So
you got the inside scoop here.
Absolutely. I worked here in a few retail restaurants downstairs for years, and then I'm up here now. So it's a fun change of pace, and I've loved it.
Yeah, this is becoming your Hogwarts, isn't it?
Yes, but don't ask me any Harry Potter follow-up questions because I don't know anything else. But yes.
All right, no problem. I'll tell you something. When you opened up and said that you work here at the town center at Levis Commons, I got to admit, I just call this Levis Commons.
Right.
What's the difference between the town center part and anything else that's on this piece of property?
Right. So yes, until my first day, I was just like, oh, it's Levis Commons. But there's actually multiple owners. I want to say 7 or 8. Don't quote me on that. But 7 or 8 owners that own all the various parts of Levis Commons. The biggest chunk, the town center at Levis Commons, is essentially, if you're familiar, Biaggi's down to Lily's, and then down Chapel until Orange Theory. So the main drag is the town center at Levis Commons, and that's who I'm employed by. That's who we focus our marketing on. But I also advertise for down by the hotels in Nagoya and the Harmon Group, as well as down by Flying Joe. So we all work together. I advertise for everyone, but the town center at Levis Commons is whose birthday we're celebrating. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Levis Commons, the town center at Levis Commons
Correct.
is turning 20.
20.
How exciting.
Yes.
How do you plan to celebrate?
Yes. So it's currently September, but come October 1st, we will be sporting a new logo, so that'll be a fun little change. And we have some events happening the weekend of the actual anniversary. So the town center turns 20 on October 24th, but that whole weekend, the 24th, the 25th, and 26th, which is a Thursday through Saturday, we have a few events. So our main nonprofit partner that we are working with for the 20th anniversary is the Children's Hunger Alliance, which is actually based in Columbus, but they have a Maumee branch that we're working with. And we will be having a meal packing event on that Thursday. So from 12 to noon on October 24th, we are asking anyone who's passing by, anyone who maybe needs some service hours, or anyone just happening to shop that day or want to get out and work for a good cause, you stop by. We'll be right out front of Yankee Candle, which, if you know about where that is, very centrally located by the fountain. If you just stop by, everything is provided to pack. So Children's Hunger Alliance will be bringing the bags, all the food, and we'll be making an assembly line. And it's just 2 tables for making an assembly line. There's great photo ops if you want to grab a selfie while you're there, but anytime helps. And then those bags, they're actually weekend meal boxes. So those are for food insecure children all over Ohio, including in the Bowling Green area, any Toledo area. That can go to them. So when they're sent home on Friday, they don't have to worry about what they're going to eat until Monday when they come back to school. So that's the main nonprofit partner we're working with for that Thursday event. But as well, and from 2 to 8 on that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will be having live music. If you know any local musicians, but Abigail Rose, Ben DeLong Band, Ben Bialis, we have a few bands and solo artists performing from 2 to 8 those 3 days. And on that Friday, also from 12 to 2, we have a fun event called Pups and Polaroids for all of our dog lovers. But the concept of that event is you show up dressed like it's 2004. Maybe you have an Avril Lavigne outfit, a little Juicy Couture jumpsuit, some tie-dye, a dress with jeans. I don't know. I was 4 during this time, so I don't have too many memories. But you dress like it's 2004. Bring your dog, and we're going to have a Polaroid camera ready to take your Polaroid to take back as a memory of the day. And it's just to commemorate, because a lot of people, when you tell them that Levis Commons or the town center at Levis Commons is turning 20, they're like, oh, no way. I remember when that was just trees and everything. So it's just, we're hoping to surprise a lot of passerbys that it's the 20th anniversary. And again, later that day is the music. Oh, and also the Toledo Humane Society will have a table set up there with some dogs there. So if you don't have a dog, maybe you can pose with the dog that's already there. And then that Saturday, we have a trunk show, which is a fun concept. We consider doing a fashion show, but this is a great way for people that are here all the time and are very familiar with our fashion retailers, as well as those that don't really know what we offer here. We have 10 of our fashion retailers, including Chico's, Brighton, Loft, all participating. So they will have their doors open, and you go in and get anything done from your color analysis. What colors do I look best in? Permanent jewelry, a lot of things coming up there. So you'll just go store to store, experience all those experiences, and you'll get a stamp card. And if you go to each stop and get a stamp, then you can be entered to win a big prize. So that'll be our fun way to incorporate the fashion retailers, because that at the heart of it is one of our main draws here. We have a lot of fashion retailers. So that's what's going on that weekend.
Emma, you said prize. I've got to ask, any hints about the prize?
There may or may not be a $200 gift card to anywhere at Levis, and not just the town center, pretty much everywhere at Levis. There's a few stores that don't participate, but about 90% of Levis stores and restaurants are included in that prize.
That's motivation. That's enough motivation for me.
Yeah. I agree. And if you don't win, you get a fabulous afternoon with your friends. So I think it's a win-win. Personally, I can't wait.
Yeah. Thanks for telling me about that. How can somebody get that punch card?
Absolutely. So on that day, if you go to shopleviscommons.com/trunk show, there's a full list of all the participating retailers. It's pretty much all of the retailers. There's only a few that aren't participating due to corporate reasons, but all of them will have the punch cards. So if you go there and like, hey, I'm participating in the trunk show, or they might assume and just give you one, but it lists the 10 retailers, and you can get those punched or probably stamped, because on the back is a map of all the participating retailers and where to go. So you could just form a loop. Yeah, get a drink in a Dora cup and have a fun afternoon with your gal pals.
That's right. The Dora's here, isn't it?
Yes. It's the perfect time for it, too. My favorite month is October. It's windy, but it's still, you can be outside without freezing. So,
right. Perfect. Yes. Where can somebody get a drink from that participates with the Dora?
Absolutely. Yes. Bar Louie's a good one. Blue Pacific. Again, this is any Levis restaurant has Dora cups that serves alcohol, obviously, but agave and rye if you want a margarita.
Oh, those are so strong.
But you got to drink it on the go. Take your time with it, so it's not too strong. But
good plan.
Yes, if you get a drink, if you're finishing up a meal and you're not quite done drinking, you can ask for another drink in a Dora cup. And as long as you're in the Levis property and not just the town center, anything Levis, then you are good to go. As long as it's in that one cup. It has a little cardinal on it and it says Dora, you're all good to go.
Good to know. Any other activities going on to celebrate the 20th?
There will be, those are the events, but there will be promotions going on all month. For example, if you spend over $200 at any of the town center at Levis Commons stores or restaurants, you bring your receipt up to the management office, you will receive custom champagne glasses and champagne with the town center's 20th anniversary logo on them. But they're super cute, super classy, and super yummy.
Wow.
Yes.
That
so
sounds
stay
really
tuned
cool
for
too.
that. That's not too shabby. A dinner and a few shopping trips, and you'll be all good. You'll hit the 200 mark. But throughout the month, we're also collecting donations for Children's Hunger Alliance. But it's a win-win, because every $20 you donate using our QR code or our texting code, you will be entered to win a $500 gift card to the town center at Levis Commons, or rather, Levis Commons. So we would love anyone to donate at least $20, maybe groups of $20, 20, 40, 60, and every $20 counts as an entry. So that's from October 1st to October 31st.
Good to know.
Yeah.
This is a lot to keep track of, to be honest.
It is. I know, unless you have your notebook. I don't know. I don't know how you're keeping track.
Yeah,
But
well,
yes.
where can people find out more if they can't remember
Absolutely.
everything from this conversation?
A one-stop shop. If you type in shopleviscommons.com/20th, so the numbers 20 and then TH, you will find all of this information that I'm blabbing about all in one spot. We have a little calendar that you could even screenshot. And then starting in October, if you stop by pretty much any Levis Commons store, hotel, restaurant, we will have little flyers with everything on it. The front will be the calendar of everything going on, and the back is a QR code or a number to text to donate to that Children's Hunger Alliance donation fund.
I like that there's some charity, but then there's some celebration.
Absolutely.
And I think we all win when we come to Levis Commons and we
Right.
shop or we dine.
Right.
Yeah.
And I also, this is just another fun thing I'd love to add. I would love to see any photos, any family photos you've taken at Levis Commons in the past 20 years. Send them my way. Send them to Shop Levis Commons on Instagram. If you want to find us on Facebook, I would love to see anything you had, because I know a lot of people take homecoming pictures here, or I personally celebrated my college graduation down at Nagoya. So any photos or any memories you've made at Levis, I would love to see those and feature some of those on our social media pages during October.
Thanks for bringing up the homecoming pictures and
Oh my
things like
gosh.
that. There have been so many memories made here.
Absolutely.
I don't live too far away, and my kids and I used to ride our bikes through here. And once there was
Yes.
the bike trail added to kind of the perimeter
Right,
of Levis Commons,
right.
I loved that because I felt like it was a big accomplishment for my kids to ride this far.
Right.
And then we could stop at the fountain and rest. you know?
Yes. Grab a drink, grab a snack, absolutely, and rest.
Those landmarks are meaningful, not just for
Absolutely.
bike rides, of course, but then
Right.
when you grow up, it gets a different meaning because you take the
100%.
homecoming picture.
Or engagement
or
photos.
the graduation.
Or,
Yes.
correct.
Yes, great
Yes.
list.
Great list.
But when you look back on those things 20 years from now, this place will still exist. And that's
Absolutely.
the whole point of taking your picture with something that is going to last.
Right, you'll
through
change, but the
time.
place will also change, but it'll still be there. It'll just get more beautiful as it gets older.
Yes, and more things get added all the time. I had one of those
Absolutely.
time hops come up on Facebook the other day.
Right.
One of the empty fields that now has a hotel in it
Right.
had this visiting show, and they had tigers, little baby tigers.
Oh my gosh.
You pay a certain amount of money, and then you get a tiger right in your lap. They
Oh
put
my
a little carpet
gosh.
square on your lap. It was so cute. It
Oh
was
my
14
gosh.
years ago, I think. Yeah, but
Crazy.
I'm just talking about how much it's changed.
Right.
And it will continue
Right.
to change.
Absolutely.
So, Emma, what's next for Levis Commons?
Yes. So, of course, next up on the docket is the 20th anniversary. We are still doing our tree lighting and everything, which is coming up as well. Our annual tree lighting, that will take place on November 22nd this year. But for those listening in the future, it's usually the Friday before Thanksgiving. So you can plan on that. But anything about the tree lighting or anything holiday related will be on our website, shopleviscommons.com. But this year in particular, 2024, we have the tree lighting as well as carriage rides, which will be taking place end of November and into December, as well as meeting Santa and Mrs. Claus. That's a staple. They have their cute little North Pole house right in the center by the fountain. You can meet and greet with them. They are here usually around nighttime on the weekends, but then the week and a half leading up to Christmas, they're pretty much here daily. I think Christmas Eve, he's here about 9 to 5. So you're out of school, you're going to take your kids to get a photo with Santa. And another big hit is Breakfast with Santa. I just started working here last year, so I've only experienced one Christmas here, but it's my favorite part by far. Breakfast with Santa, it sells out fast, so if you're interested, be on the lookout. But we go to the Hilton. It's 2 Saturdays, early December. It's either end of November. I think it's early December this year. 2 Saturdays in December from 8:30 to 10. You get a nice catered breakfast at the Hilton, and you get to meet Santa. And Santa goes table to table. It's a very intimate experience. The room only seats less than 100 people, and it's tables of only about 5 or 6. So Santa comes up and has an individual conversation, and Mrs. Claus, with all the children, and then you get to go and get photos. There's crafts. It's yummy breakfast. People either come all dressed to the nines or in pajamas, and both are acceptable.
That's
It's
good
precious.
to know.
Yes.
I didn't
I like
even
to go
think-
somewhere in the middle.
I didn't even think about the pajama thing. That's
It's
awesome.
so good. It's breakfast time.
Yeah.
But then some kids pull up in a full little suit.
I can
awesome.
imagine. Yeah. Well,
It's
that's
awesome.
making memories right there.
Absolutely.
Levis Commons, the town center at Levis Commons is helping families make memories.
Absolutely.
And you can't put a price on that.
Absolutely. Even a couple years ago, I was here just taking pictures in my Halloween costume, just a junior in college, not a care in the world. And now I'm like, oh, I work here. It's just so crazy how full circle things are. And I didn't even grow up in this area, but even the memories I've made here in the past 3 years of living here, I can't imagine Perrysburg home locals that have lived here forever and ever. I live here now and I love it. But just growing up here and seeing this place go from trees to the town center, I can't imagine how that feels being a local and driving past and it changing all the time.
Oh, I'd love to comment on that, Emma.
Yes.
I grew up in Pemberville, which is a small farm community not too far from here.
Yes.
And the way to get to Toledo was to drive up through Perrysburg and get on 475, which of course still exists, but now has a diverging diamond. And I remember looking over there and seeing the field for sale and seeing the tall grass swaying in the breeze. And it was so beautiful. And I thought, what is this thing that they're putting in? I don't understand. It wasn't quite a shopping mall. It was, like you said in the beginning, it was this open air shopping center. I just couldn't wrap my brain around it because I had never seen one before. But now that it's here, it's one of those things that's in Perrysburg, and it's one of the reasons that people like to live here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. It attracts tourists because we have the hotels, but it's also a safe place for parents to drop off their teenagers, and they know they're going to be safe shopping, getting their Starbucks, taking their selfies they love to take. There's truly something for every age, whether it's your favorite clothing store. We have a golf place now. You can get custom golf clubs. There's truly something for everyone, and we're only getting more. So it's just exciting to work at a place and live near a place that is ever evolving.
Thank you for sharing that. I totally agree. I see what you see. As far as events, we talked about Breakfast with Santa. Anything else in December that you'd like to talk about?
Yes, we do have Pause with Claus, and I won't say the dates because I don't want to tell you the wrong dates, but it is in November and early December, and that is when people are encouraged to bring their cats and dogs to meet with Santa. And then once again, there will be a Toledo Humane Society table accepting donations, as well as having pets there to be meted and greeted. Yes, all around the Christmas time, it's fabulous. It's one of my favorite events because the dogs and Santa, you would not believe the cute pictures that come out of that event. As a dog lover, especially, but cats are invited too. Yes.
Good to know. I personally like the Perrysburg Living magazine, and every once in a while I will see some pets that are not cats and dogs. People have pet turkeys and reptiles and things. Now, I got to ask, are they welcome to bring the birds and the reptiles over too, or is it just cats and dogs?
We aim toward the pod animal, so the dogs and cats are specifically welcome. It's not a huge Santa house, so we'll stick with that. But
okay, gotcha.
Maybe Santa can come to your house one day with your pets.
You got to make a deal with Santa.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, thank you for all the details. Anything else in December that you'd like to share?
No, December we are sticking to our usual meeting with Santa and Mrs. Claus. November and December. Actually, we always joke that planning for Christmas is all this stress, but then when December hits, it's like, all right, everything's handled. Now we just get to enjoy. So we just love when everyone comes and takes their family photos here. We have a brand new gazebo and stage down by the fountain, so come on down. Yeah, we just moved it today.
I don't think I've seen it yet.
Yeah, that's where our music series performers were there all summer. By the time this comes out, that'll be done, but we have our music series that performs on the gazebo. Yeah, it's a great place for family photos, family dinner. We have a great gift card program. As I mentioned before, we have a gift card kiosk, which is located in kind of the archway between Yankee Candle and next to Yankee Candle, there's a little archway. If you go through there, on your right, there's a gift card kiosk. So if you're like, shoot, I need a Christmas gift for my mom that loves this store and this store and this store and this store. I don't want to choose, so let me just get a gift card. Open 24/7 for the husbands and sons and brothers that don't particularly know what to get their moms or girlfriends or whoever, or dads, because restaurants and golf, everything's here. You can get it there. It's open 24/7. You can get a gift card up to $500 there.
Is it like a vending machine?
It is just like a vending machine.
Oh,
yep, a little screen.
Seen that
yet. Yeah, it's kind of tucked in there, but it's a really, really cool gift.
Is that just for Christmas time, or is that
No,
any
it's
time
open.
of the year?
It's open all year long.
Very
Absolutely.
cool.
Yes,
Thank
Mother's Day, it's a great idea as well.
I don't mind gift cards myself, so I would
Then
be
you
more than
can
happy to
choose
get
your
one of
own
those.
adventure. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you mentioned earlier there's a new logo coming out for Levis Commons. Why the change?
The logo is just for the month of October. So it's just, we're sporting it. It's, you can go on our social media now when this is out and see it, but it's just incorporating our iconic cardinal into the number 20. And it's a fun way to spice it up and give the 20th anniversary a bit of celebration in our social media and our signage for the month. So it'll go back to the regular, the regular logo on the weather vane come November 1st, but for October, we're spicing it up a bit.
Well, I'll definitely be looking out for that because sometimes I don't notice new things, and talking about it prompts me to look for it.
Absolutely. It's something you don't really think about until you're in the position to create it or come up with some sort of way to spice up for the anniversary.
20 years is something to celebrate. That's a long time. And when you said some people talk about what used to be here instead of Levis Commons, I'm one of those people. And it's like, I can't believe
20 already?
It's been, that long. Yep, absolutely. The time flies when you're having fun in Perrysburg, I guess.
Right. The heart of activity, we like to call it.
Emma, you mentioned the website earlier, and you've kind of sprinkled in hints about Instagram and social media. How can people learn more about Levis Commons, the town center at Levis Commons?
Yes, absolutely. Our website and social media, it encapsulates all of Levis Commons, though. I work here, so a lot of the content is focused on the town center. But at shopleviscommons.com, there's a whole directory and interactive map. So if you're like, I'm at Nagoya, but I need to get to Flying Joe, I need walking directions. You just go to our little map and it'll give you walking directions from anywhere at Levis Commons. It's information on the hours and links to external websites for all of our stores, restaurants, hotels, everything. It's a one-stop shop for everything. There's even a deals page. So every time the store tells me that they're having a deal, I go on the website. So anyone that's like, I'm going to Levis Commons today, I want to get the hottest deals, they go to our website, press deals, and they're ready to go. It's all in one place. As well as if you're going to see a movie, you can buy the tickets directly on our website for Rave/Cinemark. It's just a great place for everything. And we have a newsletter if you want to sign up for that. You press the little envelope on our website on the top right, put in your email, and then you'll get an email to confirm it. And then we don't spam your inbox. It's only a monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, but mostly monthly newsletter talking about new store openings, new stores coming, different events, big sales.
Good to know. You really got my ears perked up when you said there was a deals page. That's probably the first thing I'm going to check out.
Absolutely. And we have our social media as well, which is more live updates and aesthetic parts of the town center at Levis Commons. So our Instagram is Shop Levis Commons, and our Facebook is just Levis Commons. That one's easier to find our account on, just Levis Commons. We're really trying to reach 2,000 followers on Instagram. So if you want to stop on by there, I post on there most likely daily, sometimes twice a day, sometimes I skip a day. But everything from the latest cheetah print outfit at Chico's to, we just opened a store called Mary today, which is a seasonal decor pop-up that's only here through January. But we just had a grand ribbon cutting for them today to, the gazebo is moving. There's funny content. There's beautiful content. It's everything in those places. It's a lot of fun to create content for that because there's always something to post about here.
Sure. Well, Absolutely. Do you ever post what you get in your bowl at Blue Pacific Grill?
Oh my gosh, yes. You're making me hungry. We're recording this at lunchtime. I might need to go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Blue Pacific is a great place for lunch, dinner, breakfast leftovers. So good.
I always like to see what other people put in their bowls because I am one of those people that likes the tofu, the imitation crab meat, the sliced beef, and the shrimp, which is a weird combination.
I've never had any of those but the shrimp. See, it's perfect for custom bowls for anyone.
Yeah, I know. There's something there for everybody.
Absolutely. Oh, now I want it.
I know where you're going after
this.
As we start to wrap this up, Emma, is there anything else you would like to share?
No, I'm just so grateful to be in this position where I have a year under my belt. I graduated Bowling Green last spring and I'm working on my master's and I started here. So I had a year it's still a crazy year, but a somewhat neutral year to kind of prepare me to fully celebrate the 20th anniversary. So it also, the town center and I share a birthday week. My birthday is the 23rd. So we're having a big party. No, but I'm just so grateful that this place is here to welcome families of Perrysburg and also Toledo, also just the surrounding areas. It's a great place for everyone, and it's a great place to work. And Perrysburg is a great place to live. And it's really hard being me with my 5-minute commute, let me tell you. Really hard being me.
You are also a Perrysburg resident, right?
Absolutely, yes. I live right down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you agree that Levis Commons, the town center at Levis Commons, is one of the things that makes Perrysburg a great place to live?
Absolutely. Of course I'm biased, but it truly is. And I also just feel so safe here, which is a great feeling. You always have to have a little chip on your shoulder walking around, but here it just feels like people have your back. Our security team is great. Our operations team is great. It's clean, it's safe, and it's a great place to be.
I think the maintenance people do a great job. This place is beautiful.
They're the best. They're the best. It's like if I find a piece of trash blowing in the window, I'm like, oh, what's happening? I'm like, I already see them cleaning it up. It's fabulous.
They do a great job.
It's a great place. Really do.
Emma, what was your degree in at BG, your first degree?
Yes. So my undergraduate is communications, and I'm working on my strategic communications with this emphasis in social media master's degree. I'll be finishing up soon.
They got the right girl working here in this position. Marketing assistant's a good one for you.
Absolutely. I love it. It's perfect.
What's next for you here? Same role?
Yes, I hope to just stay here and keep developing, taking on more responsibilities as the years go by. But I hope they're not trying to get rid of me because I love this place and I I hope to be here a very long time. I'm already thinking of things for the 25th.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm and all the
absolutely.
information about the 20th anniversary. Thanks for being here on the Perrysburg
Thank you
podcast.
for having me. I hope to see you guys all at our 20th anniversary celebrations.
Looking forward to it. I want to see pictures of the dogs that are
I'll be
dressed up.
I'll be running out of phone storage.
That's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Emma.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Emma Skaggs for being my guest today. I learned a lot. I love to learn, and I learned a lot from Emma. For one thing, I did not know about that management office for the town center at Levis Commons until this interview. Every time I look at the front of the Starbucks, I'm going to be thinking about Emma in her office working, as long as it's from 9 to 5, right? There are actually a lot of offices up there. It's not just the management office for the town center at Levis Commons. So now you know, if you're looking for office space, they might have something for you. And I also didn't know that Levis Commons is owned by more than one company. Who knew? I think Emma said 7 or 8. I didn't know there was more than one, so I learned that today. Something else that I did not know was about the logo. I never paid much attention to the logo for the town center at Levis Commons, but now that there's a 20th anniversary logo, which is incorporated into the episode artwork for today's show, by the way, I am now clued in to the cardinal theme that's on the logos, the 20th anniversary logo and the regular one, too. There is a cardinal. What else? The website is great. If you are a current Perrysburg resident, you probably just drop by Levis Commons like I do whenever you need something. But I like information. So I went to shopleviscommons.com, and in the website's menu, I checked out the sales section. I think Emma called it the deals section, but there is a sales section. As I was clicking around, I found out that Agave and Rye, the restaurant, has a happy hour on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. I also signed up for the newsletter while I was on the website. We're all busy, right? So if you just sign up for the information, it will come to you. That's what I try to do. I get my information to come to me, so I don't have to go out and find it. Sign up for the newsletter when you visit the website. Speaking of the website, the upcoming events for the 20th anniversary sound fun, and they are on the website under events. They've got the meal packing event, the Pups and Polaroids, the trunk show, music by the fountain, and other promotions. It's all there on the website, shopleviscommons.com/20th. Plus, you can check back in November on shopleviscommons.com for all of the upcoming holiday events. Thanks again to Emma Skaggs for being my guest today on the Perrysburg Podcast, episode 63. And congratulations to the Town Center at Levis Commons on your 20th anniversary. Perrysburg residents and visitors enjoy Levis Commons. So if you are interested in moving here or you're a visitor, make sure you check out Levis Commons while you're in town. Thank you for listening to episode 63 of the Perrysburg Podcast. Please visit perrysburgpodcast.com to read the show notes. In the show notes, you will find the address, website, and social media links for the town center at Levis Commons, the link to the 20th anniversary activities, a link to sign up for the weekly newsletter for this podcast, and more. That's right. This podcast has a newsletter. Sign up and I will email you every week when a new episode comes out. Remember, have the information come to you. If you know someone who might like this episode, go ahead and share it with them. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe to or follow the Perrysburg Podcast on your favorite podcast player and YouTube to get each new episode right when it comes out. Thanks for listening today. I will talk to you next Friday.